Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second game of the day. We have Kaneland versing off against Libertyville in the middleweight in this Big 10 matchup. Starting here shortly, your coaches for today's game is for Kaneland, Coach Balasso, and Coach for Libertyville is Coach Brandon Walton. We hope everybody is enjoying their time watching this Sunday morning football here on this chilly 40-degree day from Mundelein High School in Mundelein, Illinois. I am Max Schultz, again, your commentator for the rest of the day as we get our second game kicked off here today, as we are about ready to get underway here in what will be a very exciting game as the weather is starting to change. We have a couple snow flurries in the forecast coming up for this game. Hear the home crowd getting into it for Libertyville as they are getting ready to start their first drive of the day in this middleweight game, and clock is officially running to start this first quarter. Second down and about one for Libertyville here on their opening drive to start this one. Good run that time up the middle. It will be a first down for Libertyville as the ball is near the 50-yard line to start this opening drive. That was number 30 on the carry, Jack Zabin. Good run that time, and he has enough for the first down for Libertyville to keep their drive alive. pass incomplete that time. It will bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. That was a nice job by Libertyville mixing up the play call, going with their first pass that time. 2nd down and 10, however, as it was a little bit too hard to grab for the wide receiver on the attended play. Early on in this game, we've seen a nice running attack by Libertyville. Jack Zabin was the ball carrier on that previous run. 1st down, Libertyville. They keep this possession alive. Good momentum for Libertyville early. It will be 2nd down and about 4 for this Libertyville offense, as they are looking to score here early on in this middleweight game. Libertyville scores that touchdown. A burst of speed from number 30, Jack Zabin, who's been their main guy today. We are going to be attempting an extra point here, as number 9 as the holder, Blake Sorensen, will be holding the football. Extra point is going to be a fake, looking to pass, and to the back of the end zone. It is caught that time. First down for Kaneland at the 35-yard line after that touchdown scored by Libertyville. Running back in motion for them. Screen pass that time for Kaneland. A short reception. It'll be 3rd down and about 7 to go for Kaneland on their opening drive of this game. It will be a 4th down, and we'll say about 5 for Kaneland. Libertyville looking for a big stop here, while Kaneland's looking for a 1st down here early on in this 1st quarter. A minute to go officially. There was a timeout called on the field. Score is still 7-0. Libertyville is talking it over on the sideline on what they're going to do on this next play, as both teams get to catch a break here early on. That was a big stop that time by number 75, William Schroeder, on the tackle for a loss. Great job by Libertyville. It's a 1st down from the 30-yard line, threatening to score again on their next possession. That previous run was from number 44, Luka Kalinowski. He gets close to the marker. It'll be 2nd down and short. as that will conclude the first quarter here. Libertyville still up 7-0 as Kaneland was unable to score after the turnover on downs that we just saw. But Libertyville definitely owned that first quarter, as we'll be getting ready to start the second one here shortly. Thank you for joining us on this chilly day as we have snowflakes starting to come in here, as the weather is favorable for snow and a rain mix throughout the day. We will see how that affects the games moving forward. And there is a lot of wind, actually, as the flag on the field, like the American flag, is swaying a lot in the wind today. So definitely a wind component as well, as the snow is falling here early on. Second quarter getting ready to start. Cats still up 7-0. There was a flag on that play. It was against the offense. A catch, fresh, a breath air for Kaneland as Libertyville moves back near their 25-yard line. It will be a second down and long. Third down for Libertyville. That run was by Jack Zabin, who's had a great game today so far to this point, being the heavy source of offense on the ground. It will be a third down and long. Kaneland doing a good job on defense to this point. That was a good run up the middle that time for Libertyville. It's going to be fourth and short situation, looking to score and increase their lead here early on in this first half. Jack Zabin was unable to pick up that first down. He was a little bit short. The ball is turnover on downs, and we have a Kaneland possession coming up here. It will be second down and 10 after that incompletion. Kaneland trying to get their drive going. Unable to do so far. That was another good stop by Libertyville's defense. A couple Wildcats in there to bring up the stop. It's going to be third down and long for Kaneland here. Timeout was called for on the field from Libertyville. They're going to talk it over on defense. This game has been pretty exciting so far, but it seems like Kaneland's having trouble finding their offensive groove, while Libertyville has been playing very well on defense to this point. The only difference is that Kaneland has been unable to capitalize so far, while Libertyville is making the most out of each possession as more snow starts to fall here from Mundelein. That pass was broken up by number 33, Zane Davidson. We've heard his name called a couple times to this point on defensive side of the ball. It's 4th down and long for Kaneland right now. They need to get it here to try to score this drive to tie it up. That was a quarterback keeper by Blake Sorensen up the middle. A good run, a gain of about 9. Will bring up a 2nd down and about 1 here with about under 3 to go in this first quarter. Nice catch that time by Libertyville, moving the ball well this drive. It's 1st down in red zone territory right now. The timeout will be called for on the field as we will take a brief stoppage in the action for the players to catch their breath. But to this point, Libertyville has been doing a good job on offense, moving the ball efficiently, passing and running-wise. Blake Sorensen doing a good job as the quarterback, taking the ball and running with it. A couple other players that have been doing well for Coach Brandon Walton in the offense have been Jake Zabin, who has been having a very good rushing day. And also number 44, Lukin Kalinowski, has been doing very well to this point. On defensive-wise, we've had a couple players stand out for Libertyville so far. We've had William Schroeder getting to the quarterback and putting on pressure on the defense. And Liam Coley, number 63, getting involved on the defensive side of the ball so far for Libertyville. Good job by Libertyville here early on, as Kaneland was struggling in this quarter to get the ball moving on offense. Let's see what they do here as we get back from the timeout. Libertyville doing a good job of moving the ball. It is second down with a few to go. Now, it was a nice run that time up the middle, but Kaneland does a good job of containing that, not letting them score. As the clock grinds down under a minute to go in this quarter, Libertyville looking to score one more time to be up by 2 scores rather than just 1. Pass incomplete that time, attended in the end zone, dropped. That will bring up a 4th down now for Libertyville. Libertyville is kind of in a tricky spot. They can either choose to pass or they can run. Their running game has been very effective, so they can kind of go with either decision. It's going to be up to Coach Brandon Walton and what he wants the offense to do. But that pass play there was open that time. It was just incomplete as it slips out of the hands of the attended wide receiver for Libertyville. But that was one that Libertyville definitely wants back here, as we are in another timeout scenario. But Kaneland doing a good job by holding the defense strong against a very lethal Libertyville offense, which we've seen today, being able to move the ball very well. That was a good throw that time. However, it was in double coverage and broken up nicely by Kaneland. They are still trailing by 7 here, but now they will get the ball after that crucial goal line stand pretty much. We like that effort by Kaneland here. Now let's see if they can respond with a touchdown to tie up the game. This would be a crucial stop on this drive for Libertyville if they're able to get the ball back. But if you're Kaneland here, you definitely need to score the ball on this drive, because as time goes on, it will be harder to score. It is better to score early than later. It's first down for Kaneland right now. But they've been doing a good job of sticking around in this one. It's going to be a pass, a screen pass, and it looked like it was almost intercepted, which they say it was. Interception by Libertyville that time. That is not what you wanted for Kaneland here. That was a huge interception that time by the defense for Libertyville, coming up big after turning it over on downs. We will now see if Libertyville is able to punch it in. 9 seconds to go. Clock will run. Libertyville might have one more play in the quarter to try to get it off. There's about 3 minutes to go left in halftime break. We welcome you back to the second game of the day in the middleweight competition between Kaneland and Libertyville. What has not been a crazy high-scoring game, more of a defensive battle, as Libertyville coming up with that interception and Kaneland coming up with that goal line stand, what we saw earlier. But Kaneland is still definitely in this game, but Libertyville has done better offensive-wise on the ground. It seemed like Libertyville had more of that tempo in the first half, controlling it a little bit better. Blake Sorensen doing a good job as quarterback, airing the ball out a couple of times and running it well. Also, Jack Zabin has been their main running back, number 30, out of the backfield. And Zane Davidson has been made a few key plays. That interception that we saw earlier, and William Schroeder pressuring the Kaneland offense in that first half. But Libertyville is still definitely needing to score a couple more because Kaneland is not out of it by any means, as that's probably what Coach Spalasso is telling his team on the sideline, not to give up on this one. It's only a 7-point game, and you have a whole half to go, over 20 minutes of football. And in the Super Bowl, anything can happen, especially in college and high school. But even in the younger divisions, in Pop Warner, anything can happen, as this has been in a very eventful game of the day as Libertyville retakes the field to do some warm-ups, as it is frigid out there. Your game time weather halfway through, it is 36 degrees with snow showers for the next couple hours, so that will have an effect on the players. The weather conditions are not favorable for football, but it could be much worse right now in terms of Chicagoland suburb weather. But soon there will be snow covered all over the grounds. But right now, we are still good enough to play football, and we have, lucky for everybody, we have a ton of games still left after the conclusion of this one. Our next matchup in the middleweight division is Schaumburg versus North Shore. We will be seeing that game kick off after this one at about 12:30 p.m., so stay tuned for that. But we are getting ready to go back out onto the field for the second half of this one. Wildcats are looking to have another dominant half running the ball. If I had to guess, they would keep feeding the ball to Jack Zabin, who's been their main guy on the ground. They've also given it to number 44, Luka Kalinowski, a couple times. We've seen his name a couple times today, as we are getting ready to start this second half of Super Bowl football. It's crazy how fast the season goes. 1 second you're playing regular season games, and it doesn't seem like that much, but when the standings and stuff come out, that definitely impact who plays who in the playoffs and now the Super Bowl. As it seemed like that first half, though, it was definitely mostly all Libertyville. A couple bright spots for Kaneland in the passing attack. We'll see what Coach Spalasso is going to do with them. But if you're Coach Brandon Walton of the Libertyville Wildcats, you're going to tell them to keep putting on pressure on defense, getting turnovers, and keep running the ball well. That would be the keys of the game moving forward here. As I'm Max Schultz, and thank you for joining us on this Super Bowl Sunday as the third quarter gets ready to start here. Kaneland looking to have another good offensive possession as they get the ball to start this half, as Libertyville got it to start the first half. It is a first down for Kaneland here to start the second half. Good stop that time by Libertyville. Run up the middle, gain about 2 that time. Gain of about 2 on the play. It will be a second down and 8 for Kaneland. Good defense by Libertyville. That was good defense by Libertyville that time. I mentioned a swarm of Wildcats really closing the door on the running back that time. There wasn't a lot of room because they did a good job filling the gaps. 8 minutes to go as we're just starting this third quarter from Mundelein High School. Running back in the backfield for Kaneland. They have been going mostly running attack. Their running attack just not has worked as much. It has worked to some degree. It is a screen pass that is well short of the intended receiver, bringing up third down. Libertyville really are looking for a stop. If they're able to get one of their playmakers involved, like I mentioned earlier, during halftime, they would get the ball back and a chance for them to expand their lead, which they are trying to do here. A third down and long for Kaneland, 2 backs in the backfield. Or excuse me, it is a run, motioned run. Good job that time by the Libertyville defense. That was a good stop that time by the Libertyville defense. Number 75, William Struder, getting involved with number 13, Bruno Vellamesta, on the tackle. Is going to bring up a 4th down and short situation for Kaneland. If you're Kaneland here, maybe you're going with a reverse run to the right side to catch the defense off guard. That front line for the Libertyville defense has been doing really well at containing the run so far. As it will be a punt, however. They are not going to choose to go for it, it looks like. Or it will be a punt. A decent kick. And that will be dead at the 50-yard line. Libertyville getting ready to start their next drive here. They will start at exactly the 50-yard line. It is 1st down and 10 to go. They will need the 40 to pick up the first. 2 backs in the backfield. It's Zabin and Kalinowski back there with number... with number 9, Blake Sorensen as the quarterback. He's going to give it up the middle. Legs still turning that time. Gain of about 3. That was a gain of 3 on the last play. It will be a 2nd down, and we'll say about 6 for Libertyville. Moving the ball well this drive. It will be a run to that right side. Not a lot of room for Zabin that time. Gain of about 1 yard. Keeping the legs going that time. Trying to find something. It will now be 3rd down for Libertyville. Kaneland playing good defense again, holding them to 3rd down, which is what you want to see out of that defense against a very good Libertyville offense to this point. Sorensen takes the snap. It will be a play-action pass, and he will be dropped, but that is picked up by number 30, Jack Zabin, but he goes behind the line of scrimmage. A huge loss on the play. I cannot emphasize that enough, as it will most likely be a punt here. We're going to see what Libertyville does But great defense that time by Kaneland stepping up here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. As time is running down, this would be a crucial stop because that would mean Kaneland would get the ball back with the chance to tie the game up at 7 if the extra point was good theoretically. That was a booming punt that time by number 30, Jake Zabin, doing everything on the field today in special teams and offensive-wise. Let's see if Libertyville can get another stop here. Good stop on that last drive by Kaneland. As Libertyville punted it to them, they will start their drive at the 23-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go here from Mundelein. Libertyville still leads 7-0. I hope all you on the live stream are enjoying this as much as I am, as we have 4 more games following this one today, so stay tuned for that, as it is a first down for Kaneland. Man going in motion. And it is going to be a keeper that time for Kaneland. Not a big gain on the play. It is going to be a first down for Kaneland here. Excuse me, second down. It will be a second down. That should have been a holding call. Good tackle pursuit that time. Gain of about a yard. That was number 13 on the tackle. Great tackle that time by number 13, Bruno Vellamesta. We have called his names a couple times on the defense side of the ball. Not so much offensive-wise, but defense, he's had a great game today. As he is on the bottom of your screen, you will see him lining up as the linebacker. We have a third down, and we'll call it about 7, but definitely manageable here for Kaneland. Moving the ball at a good pace this drive. They're going to look for the first down to keep this drive going. Man in motion is number 8 for Kaneland. That is Eli Browning in motion. He has a lane. Gets tripped up, however, again in the backfield for a gain of about, no gain on the play. Maybe a gain of about a yard, actually. That was a good tackle on the outside, using what we call a wrap tackle at the knees, making sure that they cannot break the tackle. That is textbook tackling that time. It's going to be fourth down and a punt coming for Kaneland because they are too deep in their territory to go for it, it looks like. So they will be punting the ball. And there will be a flag. It looks like it'll be against the offense for a false start. those are the type of penalties you can't have when it's already 4th down. Now it makes it even harder for yourselves, and that's going to give better field position on the return. It is number 50 back deep, it looks like, for Libertyville. That is Carter Skillett. That was a good punt that time, and the ball will be spotted right at about the 24, 25-yard line, give or take. We'll call it the 25, as Libertyville has a great red zone opportunity here almost. They only need 5 more yards to go into the red zone, and the quarter will run down. Score is still 7-0 here. Libertyville holding strong on defense. So we will see what the outcome of this one is as it goes to the 4th quarter, which Scott Hansen, the guy from NFL Red Zone, who most people watch on NFL Sundays for 7 hours of commercial-free football, he says it's the witching hour, which I have to agree with him on, because right now it is a dire situation if you are the Kaneland Knights, because you just need a touchdown to keep this game tied. If they do not get a touchdown in the quarter and Libertyville is able to hold strong on defense, Libertyville will walk away with their Super Bowl win in the middleweight division in this Big 10 rivalry game here today. Again, I am Max Schultz, and thank you for joining us live for football from Mundelein High School as the TCYFL television network brings this to you live. Coming up next, just to keep everybody interested, in game number 3 of the day, we will have Schaumburg versus North Shore in their middleweight battle, starting in roughly 30 minutes from now at 12:30 p.m., so stay tuned for that as we move forward. Sorensen to take the snap. It is a handoff up the middle to number 44. Great run that time up the gut, and it will be a 1st down for the Libertyville Cats. As we had an injury on the field, unfortunately, that is something in sports you never want to see at any level, as number 14 looks like to get up. That is Colton Van Dyke that was shaken up after the play. Hopefully he is all right for that Kaneland defense as he walks up the field. That was Colton Van Dyke on defense. He's playing well at his role today on defense. That is a huge loss for the Kaneland Knights. Moving forward, we will let you know if he comes back in the game. Right now, though, it is 1st down for Libertyville, threatening to score again. Number 44 is in the backfield. That is Luka Kalinowski in the backfield. Number 30 moving in motion. That is Zabin, but it will be neither of those two guys that get the handoff to the left side. That looked like it was number 35, Brian Avazian, and we've heard his name a couple times getting the carry to the left side. Gain of about 2. Run to the left side by Libertyville. Gain of about 2 that time by number 35, Brian Avazian on the carry. It will now be a 2nd down for Libertyville. It will now be a 2nd down for Libertyville Zabin and number 44, Kalinowski, will be in the backfield. However, it will be a handoff to Zabin. He breaking some tackles. He's going to get near the end zone, and we're going to see where they mark him. It looks like he's just short of the goal line. Down at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Good run that time up the right side. He was close, though, on the touchdown, but not quite. Good run that time by Zabin, who's had a great game today running the ball. He has really been the heart and soul of this Libertyville team. Coach Brandon Walton would probably agree that they've relied on him a lot today. But coming up big that time on the 1 yard line, they just need to run it in for a touchdown to expand their lead. That was smart. They just ran it up the middle for Libertyville. They jumped it over the pylon, and that gets a touchdown on the board to expand the Libertyville's lead to 13-0. They will be attempting the extra point here shortly to make it 14-0. If you're Libertyville here, the running game has been strong today. Just feed it, but it actually looks like they are going to have number 9 in the backfield, Blake Sorensen, all by himself. He looks to pass, rolling out, and it is caught that time by number 44, Luka Kalinowski. The conversion is good. It is now 14-0, 6:40 to go. Do not go away, as this game is very interesting to this point. If you're Kaneland here, you're not out of it entirely, right? You got to score a touchdown here to make it interesting. If you're unable to do so, Libertyville on the next possession could waste the clock and effectively end the game. So we're going to have to see what Libertyville chooses to do on defense. I assume they will go back to what's been working by bringing pressure. We will see, though, if Libertyville is able to get another stance. It will be a first down for Kaneland right now. They've been doing well, just unable to convert on their opportunities, it seems to be. It is a first down, 10 to go. Run up the middle. Yeah, great defense by Libertyville. Number 63 was involved on that one. That was Liam Coley. We've called his name a couple times as he makes the tackle with number 75, Schroeder, William Schroeder. He's been all over the place today. And that time getting him for only a gain of a yard. A good job containing. If that's what you want to do if you're Libertyville, just contain the ball. Don't let it get any deep shots on you. But it seems that Kaneland has been only running the ball recently. Not a lot of passing calls. As this one will actually be a pass. They are looking down the field. They have a man. What a catch. That was number 13 in coverage. Bruno Vellamesto was not turned towards the ball. Good adjustment by the receiver. First down. It is now a first down for Kaneland after the 15-yard catch, now at near the 50, previously being at the 35-ish. Man in motion now for Kaneland. He gets the ball, running to the right side, cutting back middle, has a room. A good run that time, but nice tackle, though, by Libertyville, not letting him get away. Libertyville trying to hold strong. It is 2nd down and 3. Has a hole, though, is Kaneland, and the ball is out. Let's see who gets on it. It looked at first glance that Libertyville got it, but Kaneland will actually fall back on top of it. It did look like Libertyville should have picked that one up that time, but Kaneland gets lucky, and they maintain possession. It is still going to be a first down, though, however. Clock is still running. Under 4 here to go. I liked what Kaneland did there. They did a pass play, which we've not seen a lot of today. We've done a couple, but I like how Coach Spalasso's mixing up the play calling. That was Colton Van Dyke with the drop, who almost had it. Kind of a hard pass to hold on to, as it was kind of low. But it does not matter, as it was incomplete. It brings up a 2nd down, and we'll say it is still about 10 to go, maybe 9. And that time is a big tackle going nowhere. That it is going to be a screen pass that is deflected and intercepted by the defense. That's number 33 for his 2nd pick of the day. Zane Davidson coming up that time for the Cats. They're going to get to growl on that one as they get a pick. Huge stop, as Kaneland was doing a good job of moving the ball that drive. Libertyville has the ball back now. It's a run up to the middle to number 44. A gain of about 3 or 4, we'll call it. That was Luka Kalinowski. Number 9 made the tackle for Kaneland, Hayden Nowak. That was a whack play. Gain of about 2. Good tackle, though, by Kaneland. It is going to be a quarterback keeper by number 9. That is Blake Sorensen breaking some big tackles. The 30. Oh, and the ball's out. Who has it? It looked like that Kaneland has the ball, and they do. That is a huge play. Back-to-back turnovers the past drive. That is a crazy thing that you do not see every day. there is a minute and 26 seconds. If you're Kaneland here in the fourth quarter, you're now moving with the sense of urgency. You need to score 2 touchdowns in 90 seconds, which is kind of hard to do at this level, considering you have to go basically a whole field this time, and depending on your field position next time, if you got the ball back, you would have to do an onside kick to make that even possible. But Libertyville has been having the better defense today, but that time, Kaneland gets the huge fumble recovery. It is a high snap control. The Libertyville is there to make the stop. That was number 81 at Connor Wild making the stop with a couple of his Libertyville buddies that time. There is a timeout called on the field with a minute to go. A minute to go as this second game of the day is winding down. Kaneland looking for one last opportunity, and that time goes nowhere in the backfield. That's a big stop that time by number 9, Blake Sorensen. That was a great tackle that time by Libertyville. Blake Sorensen, the quarterback, making the tackle on defense. He's playing well on both sides of the ball today, making a couple of tackles on defense and a lot of good decisions on offense. As his team is up by 14, Kaneland struggling to produce anything on the board. Although they've not played bad, they just are unable to capitalize. What's been the story of this one for them? And Coach Blasio has to be kind of frustrated with his team being down 14. However, it is a very good Libertyville team. It just happens to be they are not able to produce anything on offense. Defense, though, they've been playing pretty good in the second half, much improved from the first half, getting that fumble and the turnover on downs, but unable to have anything on the scoreboard to show it. Kaneland looking out for their last possession of the game, 42 seconds. It is a third down and long. We'll call it third down and forever, really, but it's like a third down and we'll say about 9 or 10 to go. Pressure is coming for Libertyville as number 75 gets in the way, passes a little too long down the field. It goes incomplete. No flags on the field, 35 seconds, fourth down and long. I like the play call though by Coach Blasio because he's really taking a shot there, right? Like they can't really run the ball anymore because they have to score 2 touchdowns. So they're going hurry up offense pretty much from here on out. They take a shot and it falls incomplete. Good throw that time by the quarterback, just a little bit out in front. But not a bad play call by any means of the imagination. You kind of have to do that here as they go trips right and 1 running back in the backfield. They're going to see 3 running backs out on the top of your screen. It is a run up the middle for Kaneland, breaking some tackles that time, getting spun down. It looks like it was number 8 on the play, Eli Browning, and that's going to do it. The Libertyville Wildcats are going to hold on to win as they celebrate at the 40-yard line. But a good game, though, by both teams.